Thank you so much, all of our participants, for presenting this evening. Again, they presented their pitch decks that they have been working very hard on, and I'm so excited that Alice Loy of Creative Startups and I of Native Max have been able to work with our participants on these pitch decks today and this week. So I want to ask Cece Meadows, the CEO and founder of Prados Beauty, what did you think?
I think everyone did amazing. So you guys all did so good. I know the fears of going into a boardroom and pitching your brand and asking for funding. I've went in rooms and asked for $10,000 and asked for $1,000,000. And so to be watching you guys come up with your ideas and your concepts and your pitch, I'm so proud of everyone. Everyone just did a phenomenal job. Even everyone who's like super nervous. I'm so impressed by you guys. So good job, everybody.
Yes, thank you again so much. And if you are watching us on Facebook Live, please definitely leave some positive comments of support and love in the comment section. And I just love, again, the support that we have for everybody and each other as well. So if you were to pick some of your top faves, what would you select? Who would you pick for your top? I'm not going to ask for your very top. I'll just... Who stood out to you the most? Let me ask you that.
It's so hard because everyone is just so, and that's the thing, like when I do mentorships and you speak to people about their passion, like this is their livelihood, this is their passion, it's their dream. Everyone just did such a great job, but I will say that based on the pitch deck, like being someone who has gone into like a boardroom and has to invest or has asked for investors to invest in my business, I know how much time and work that it takes to put together, a pitch deck. So Bridget, I loved your pitch. I loved all of the breakdowns, everything that you had to say about your product, your cost of goods sold, like what you would see, your projections. I loved Emma Carson, Taos Dance, I think it is. I wonder if you have ever thought about starting a nonprofit, because I love, the type of work that you would want to do with kids and dance. And there's a big like nonprofit grants that go out to a lot of businesses that give back to their communities and offer scholarships. Let's see, Georgiana, I loved your hair. Your photography is beautiful. So, just really opening up yourself and sharing more of your business concept and your key needs for your business. I think that you had a really great pitch. And then Iris, I love the whole swimwear. It is hard to find really cute and nice, swimwear for plus size baddies. So I always get excited when, someone wants to come out with something that's not traditionally made inclusive for a plus size woman. So I look forward to hearing more about like your business. And let's see, Joshua, I loved Joshua. I loved his pitch. I'm interested to know if he's ever did like this live performance and what that audience looked like and what that performance was like. I really think that it's important for us to be inclusive to everyone, and especially to our deaf community. And that was just really awesome. Leah McCormick, I love Leah. I love her purses. I think they're so cute. I've been able to see some of her work personally during Santa Fe. She's come by the booth and shows us her stuff. And I think that she, being at New York Fashion Week, I started in that sector. So to be in New York Fashion Week and to have that, like, that's a great opportunity for her. Alina, I love Alina. I love watching her doodle and the things that she does in New York, street art and things like that. So I'm always, someone who loves art and someone who likes to look at art and my family is a railroad family, and I always loved looking at art on the trains and stuff as it passed by. I always wonder where they came from or where they were going. Let's fly. I love the hemp idea. I'm all about hemp. I'm all about, um, finding different medicinal ways to deal with pain, to reduce, waste, bringing, um, business to your reservation. I've been on the Pine Ridge Reservation before. It's beautiful. There needs to be a lot more of, business opportunities on there for, the reservations around there. So I really like that. uh, Man, everyone was just awesome. Reginald, you're hilarious. I love your Instagram. Your pictures didn't do you justice on your pitch here, but if you go to his Instagram, his pictures are absolutely beautiful, and good job. And everyone just did an amazing job. And so this is going to be really hard. Like, you know, Kelly, you picked a good group of people, and now you're, screwed trying to pick the best one.
Anyone stick out to you? Anyone?
Man, I would have to say from I will say from Autumn. She's fairly young, and she said some things to me that stuck out. I would love to connect her with some of our friends who are designers, who resource things ethically, who resource things locally, like in the country, and things like that. I think being able to hook her up with some resources, some designers that are personal friends, and just have, Autumn pick their brain and ask questions. I would say for like a novice perspective, someone who doesn't have their deck and their business plan like put together all the way, but is still open to learning, I think it'd be really great to connect her with some resources. So Autumn, I will get with Kelly, and we will try to connect you with some really, amazing Indigenous designers who can offer you some advice, and give you a perspective about what their business model looks like and where they resource their stuff for. I love the idea of being 100% Indigenous, resourced and used. That is also a goal of ours one day, to be able to do that. And so for you to do that, it would be very innovative, and it would be something that would be done for the first time. So I think for the novice, pitch, and being able to have some resources for you available, Autumn, I'll commit myself to doing that with Kelly, getting you hooked up with someone that you can, really talk to and have some ideas. I would say that from a pitch perspective, it would be Bridget, it would be Leah McCormick, and I really liked Let's Fly. It's very informative. And I really, really liked, gosh, this is so hard. I really liked Casey. I work in, makeup, and I work in fashion a lot, and I see a lot of appropriated, goods and textiles and hats and stuff like that. So I would say that those were my top, and I don't want to be the one that has to pick the one. So good luck.
Well, definitely. Well, it's okay. We have our I guess the top pitches, which is fine. That is all right. We love everybody here. We want to support everybody. So again, participants, thank you so much for partaking in our fall cohort of the Creatives Indigenous Innovation Challenge. So again, and Cece, thank you so much for participating as a guest mentor, a guest judge for our program. So we certainly look up to you in all of the work that you have done and continue to do. So thank you again. Thank you. And we are going to wrap up here, everybody here. I am seeing the chat light up. here on our end. But again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in on our Facebook Live here on Native Max. We just wrapped up the fall cohort of the Creatives Indigenous program, where we aim to equip, empower, and encourage our creative Indigenous entrepreneurs. We want to take them from the starting line to startup status and beyond through an array of accelerator programs, the knowledge, resources, and more. And this would not be possible without, first of all, Alice Loy and Creative Startups, and as well as the Toma Foundation. So yes, I want to spotlight Alice, but she might not like that. She is very behind the scenes, so I will not do that to her. But definitely, again, thank you so much for tuning in. And real quick, a little bit, you can support our creative Indigenous entrepreneurs here by rewatching the live, taking a screenshot of their websites, their social medias, and please give them a follow and a share. Let them know how they impact your life, what you love about their product or service. Share their businesses to everyone that you know. Please, please, please support our Indigenous creative entrepreneurs. And you can also find out more about our Creatives Indigenous program at nativemaxmagazine.com/Creatives Indigenous. We want to host more programs like this everywhere. So if you feel like you want this program wherever you are at, please get in touch with us. Again, our website is nativemaxmagazine.com/Creatives Indigenous. And I'm Kelly Holmes, the founder of Native Max. And thank you again for tuning in to our Facebook Live. Have a good night.
Good job, everyone.